Life is full of ups and downs. There is happiness, excitement, heartbreak, anxiety, and sometimes it throws you off track. It's okay for it to happen once or twice, but for it to happen multiple times. So, we need to master our emotions, the skill that we carry us through life. Emotional intelligence is the skill of managing and understanding our feelings. So, in order to manage something, we firstly need to understand it. That also means that through this process, you will learn more things about yourself, how to process some feelings or situations, and most importantly, how to listen you. So, to achieve all these, we need to follow 4 simple steps. God, make them simple. Number 1, acknowledge your emotions. What and why you feel it. Number 2, practice empathy for yourself and others. We are all humans. Number 3, relax your nervous system. If you are not focused, how are you going to control something? And number 4, take an extra second to think before you answer. It saves lives. People with emotional intelligence thrive in social interactions, have better and deeper connections in adulthood, have better healthy romantic relationships, and are more in peace. So, without further ado, let's activate our learning skills and learn how to master our emotions. Step number 1, acknowledge your emotions. Maybe the most important step. Remember those hurtful emotions that you didn't like and brushed off? Yeah, that's not the way to do it. You did well at first by noticing the feeling, but then missed the whole point. A for effort though. Emotions in general don't make you weak. Let's throw away that big lie and never talk about it again. Having the guts to scratch the wound and face the storm is one of the bravest things you can choose to do and requires so much strength. So, what do we do when we find out what we feel? We try to find out why we feel that way, what caused it. Does it worth our time and energy? And the best way to do that is by journaling. You literally take notes and you can go back to them later in life to remind yourself that lesson. By writing those notes, you also take all of those feelings out of your chest and let them stain the paper. I don't know why or how to explain it, but every time I journal about something that consumes me all day long, it instantly goes away. So literally, stain the paper with the ink that carries those thoughts out of your head. Let me give you 2 examples. Exhibit A. My friend told me off about something I did. I felt bad. Am I feeling only bad, or did I feel something else too? I'm feeling bad and kinda embarrassed. Because she's my friend and I didn't mean to hurt her. Does it worth my energy? Yes, she's my friend. What can I do to make me feel better? Say I'm sorry, try to make things right. Exhibit B. A random person called me stupid. I felt bad. Did I only feel bad, or did I feel something else too? No, I didn't only feel bad, I felt anger. Why did it make me angry? Because I know I'm not stupid and it hurt my ego. Does it worth my energy? No. That's a random, probably miserable person. It's not my problem or anything personal. What can I do to make me feel better? Forget about it. Maybe buy my favorite coffee or go for a walk. These were based on real personal experiences. Step number 2. Practice empathy for yourself and others. Have in mind that there is no such thing as having a wrong emotion. You are 100% entitled to feel what you feel, no matter the situation. That's why you should not criticize yourself for feeling and holding those emotions. Feelings are something humans do, and guess what you are? Human. For example, you feel jealousy. Instead of feeling bad and criticizing yourself over being jealous of someone, think of it as a sign that you are meant to have it too. And because you don't have it yet, you are jealous. You envy it because it is meant to be yours too. So instead of staying at the dark side of the moon, think of it as a fuel for you. Something that can push you a step closer to it. Why would you criticize yourself for something so creative and beautiful? By doing all this, you start holding more space for yourself, which means you process faster your emotions, allow them to pass, and return to your normal state. And with the examples that I gave on step 1, I've literally proven myself. The people who don't practice empathy are the ones who bottle everything up and they spread negativity because they can't process anything else. They haven't dealt with whatever is going on in their hearts and minds first. So after you learn empathy for yourself, you can do it for other people too. Let's go back to Exhibit B, my proof of words. A random person called me stupid. Why did they call me that way? They literally have bottled up everything and have it so bad in their life. They are miserable. It doesn't make it okay, but at the same time, it's not personal. It's not you. It's not your problem, and as I've said in a previous podcast, why should I pity me because you bully me? I actually pity you because you need to act this way. They literally spoil to everyone what is going on in their personal life and it has nothing to do with you. Yikes. Step number 3. Relax your nervous system. It's giving, process your feelings. But at the same time, imagine being triggered by anxiety, overstimulation, heartbreak, insomnia, and having to process everything coming your way. If this triggered you, you're not alone. Believe me. You need to find things that work for you and calm you down. Is it taking deep breaths? Is it drinking sips of water? Is it by speaking to yourself? Is it by exercising? Maybe it's listening to music. Even disconnecting you from reality for a moment. Personally, I speak to myself. For example, whenever I had homework and the due date was tomorrow and I didn't have time, it made me so anxious and I was like, okay, Freedom, listen me, you can do it. Take a deep breath, organize yourself, spend those extra 10 minutes to focus, and we will work this out. Tomorrow we will have our assignment ready, and I've done it multiple times. A quick hack is to put your finger in your ear, pull it down, and take deep breaths. Let's start with our right ear. Pull it down gently and take deep breaths for 20 seconds. Then switch to your left ear and repeat the process. That pull activates your vagus nerve, which is what helps your nervous system to calm down. Now, I might make a podcast about how to calm your nervous system down and collect some tips and tricks. So if you would like to see that from me, let me know down in the comments. Ladies and gentlemen, we reached our last step. Step number 4. Take an extra second to think before you answer. Your brain has 2 sides. Think of those 2 sides as a snake and an owl. The snake is quick to react. You need to avoid something that popped up on the road while you're driving. You hitting the brakes is a snake that takes over. On the other hand, we have the owl. The owl is very smart and takes its time to solve the problems. When the snake can take care of the situation, the owl takes over and calculates your moves. That's exactly what we want. Don't let the snake answer what you have used to answer or answer the first thing that came up in your mind. In general, don't let the snake spit out the first thing that popped up, because your first fast answer is never a good one and it might get you in trouble. Instead, take a breath, take a step back and think your answer. Think if it's worth your time and effort and if the answer is going to escalate the situation. Don't worry, the other person can wait. For example, in my work, we have 5 different sections. For 2 weeks, I was working in a section that I didn't belong to, I wasn't trained for it, and I didn't want to be there. So I went to a coworker of mine who we have struck many conversations before and said, I don't understand what I'm doing here full time. I don't belong here, so what is going on? Mind you, I was saying all these things laughing to keep the light mood. Of course, it was not her fault that I was being there, I didn't want to ruin the mood, but at the same time, I wanted to share something that bothered me. And she answered, well, you must help us and not cry about it. Think of me looking at her flabbergasted. At that moment, the snake wanted to answer, what in the fucking universe are you saying, mate? Since you don't appreciate me helping, I can go. I will complain to our boss and go back to my spot. But then, that extra second that I stood there flabbergasted, the owl thought, does it worth it? My time, my energy, my saliva? Will she understand? From the way she answered, probably not. Plus, she's not my friend. She is someone at work that we strike a conversation once in a while, and she works in another section. We're not even at the same floor. So, instead of answering all the amazing disrespectful thoughts that my snake had, I said, let it go, you wouldn't understand. Time, energy, sanity, saliva saved for another day. In other words, choose your battles. Do not fight the fights that do not worth your time. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Good luck in learning how to master your emotions. I believe you can do it. See you in my next one. Mwah.